上一集我们讲到如何在社交的场合做轻松的自我介绍，那这一集当然就要来分享该如何在正式的场合做 self-introduction， 可适用于会议、conference call、简报还有面试。Hello， 欢迎来到 Executive Plus 主管与沟通力的 Podcast。I'm Sherry, an educator, certified coach, and style enthusiast。我相信专业有效的沟通是语言跟逻辑的完美结合。
And I'm Nick, a startup consultant, corporate trainer, and late-night gaming junkie. I believe great communication requires the right mindset and solid frameworks.
我们希望带给大家职场英语的技能、跨文化沟通技巧与其他能帮助您成为出色领导者的工具。
Join us each week as we share our experience, research, and methodologies to take your communication and language skills from good to great. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Executive Plus podcast. In our last episode, we talked a little bit about how to introduce yourself in a cheeky manner, whether you're in an informal situation, casual, or you just want to keep it lighthearted. Well, there are also situations where you need to be a little bit more serious and straightforward. But there's some tricks to doing that more appropriately or to still get people to remember you. So today, we're going to talk about a serious self-introduction.
我发现自我介绍 self-introduction 好像一直都会跟着我们，不管我们现在是不是需要去做面试也好啊，或者是可能要做一个 pitch， 好像在很多不同的情况之下，我们都必须得做一个很简单的 self-introduction。比如说像会议的之前、conference call 的之前、简报的之前、interview 的之前，我们都必须要先讲我们的名字嘛，然后我们做什么，那我们要怎么样在这种正式的场合来做 self-introduction 才能够让人家印象深刻，也就是今天想要来跟大家分享的。
Like with any introduction, your self-introduction is really formed around one thing that you want people to walk away and remember. This is not your resume, and that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Be like, a serious self-introduction, I better list off my resume or my greatest accomplishments, top 10 hits, which may sound impressive when you're thinking about how to introduce it, but if you think very carefully about anyone who's introduced themselves, you'll find that you probably don't remember 90% of what they say. There's probably just one thing that stands out, or specifically one thing that is relevant to you that you want to keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. 那这一集呢，我们只是比较想 focus 在这种很简短的正式 self-intro， 也就是你会听到大概每一个 self-intro 都是1到3句，大概这样子。所以这个不算是我们所谓的，大家应该都有听过什么叫 elevator pitch, right? This is not the elevator pitch. 但是我觉得其实就算是1到3句的这种 self-introduction 也是非常的有用。Again, you're going to have to use this in all types of situation. So we're going to start with the easiest one, 也就是最简单的。那你可以用在各式各样的场合都可以用，也就是 my name, what I do, and what I do best.
And with what I do best, it's actually more relevant to what you do best in that situation, not necessarily as a whole. So when you do your introduction, as Sherry said, my name, what I do, probably just your title or the job designation, what I do best. Now, one key thing to think about when it comes to what I do best, it's not you bragging about yourself or what you're so proud about. What I do best is actually how you can help the audience. There's a fun acronym called WIFI. Some people will say it wifey. WIIFY, which is what's in it for you. And so the idea is when you're introducing yourself, again, it's not your resume, it's why you are there and how you can help the audience in front of you.
Absolutely. 那比如说如果今天在一个场合 What do you do best? 你可能在某一个 industry 是一个专家，那这个部分呢其实是对于今天的这个开会的观众这些听众 是非常有用的一个a piece of information。那当然，这个就是你可能要呈现出来的 ，right？My name is Sherry. I'm a head of sales, and I specialize in the education industry. 所以可以非常的简单。那如果今天你的 specialize， 比如说在这个的 industry 是对方是很有用的话 ，then that's all you really have to say.
And if you can be especially detailed in that last part about kind of what's in it from there. So if I just tagged on to Sherry's and said, I'm Nick, I'm the head of sales, and I specialize in finding unique Montessori lesson plans for the education industry. Then potentially if my audience is very interested in different ways of teaching, etc., I'm getting into detail so they can pick out how I can help them in this situation.And
the next scenario, 也就是在我们的开会之前，或者是做 presentation 之前，我们都知道嘛，有的时候还是要做一点简短的自我介绍 ，right？ 有的时候你的可能听众、你的观众并不是都对你非常的熟悉 ，so you do still need to do a very, very brief self-introduction.
So with this introduction, you can just follow a very similar pattern of your name and what you do. But in this case, it often helps just to tell people your expectations for the meeting or expectations of the presentation. It helps sort of narrow down what is the scope and what you want to focus on so you don't go all over the place. A quick example might be, my name is Nick. I'm the head of corporate strategy for Presentality. Over the next hour, I really hope that we can walk away with a solid plan for the next 3 months to get this project done.
So over the next hour, I hope we can ... right? 后面就可能是你今天想要 focus 的主题是什么，或者你也可以说 My name is Sherry. I'm a head of digital at Executive Plus. In the next 20 minutes, we will be discussing. 然后后面也就是我们今天会议的或者是我们 presentation 的一个重点是在哪里。
What's nice about this is rather than make it again about your own background or about yourself and then people go around the room and awkwardly talk about their own background, you keep it focused on why are we here today. This is especially useful in situations where perhaps part of the room you see quite often or have regular meetings with, and so you don't want to have a lot of time getting into everyone's background every week. And it just really sets the tone and the schedule for what we're here to do today.
That's right. 那如果今天是真的要来做一个面试，或者是你可能要 pitch 你的产品、你的 service 或者甚至你的公司，那我们要怎么样来做这种 self-introduction? So a structure that you can go with is name, what you do, and how you can contribute / how you like to contribute. 也就是刚刚 Nick 所讲的 Wi-Fi。Right.
With this interview, or maybe you're introducing your service, again, a lot of people fall into that background of, oh, here's all my accomplishments, here's why I'm amazing. But to be honest, most people don't remember those things, or again, that information they could have found elsewhere. The real goal is to talk about what you can do for the other person. Why is it important to them? Why should they care? Who cares if you have a long resume of all your accomplishments if it has nothing to do with them?
Exactly. I remember we did this. We did a self-introduction a long time ago, right? I think of episode 2, 第2集的时候，我还记得那一集我们特别在讲，就是当你在做，尤其是这种 interview 的 self-intro， 你的 self-introduction 是不是说都在讲自己的故事，而是你的 self-introduction 是要跟对方他所想听到的什么事情是完全相关的 right? It's about them. It's not about you.
And this is true across any type of interview, whether it's your first job, then it's especially important because there's very little that you bring. But if you've listened to our episodes on how to jump industries or how to change career paths, this becomes really important because it's what does your perspective do for that company.
So I'll give you guys an example. 因为我了解可能要讲说 how you can contribute or how you like to contribute 这个部分可能并没有一个固定的一个模式或固定的片语可以带，但是我想提供给大家一个 example 作为大家参考。If I were to do this self-introduction in an interview, I can say, My name is Sherry. I am a professional language and communication coach. Many Taiwanese upper management quickly hit a language ceiling while following typical cram school advice. I help them advance their skills, their career, by aligning their communication needs with their own professional ambition. 所以在这个地方呢，你也可以听得到所谓的现在目前可能一些什么问题 right? Many Taiwanese upper management 他们都碰到了一个学习上的一些瓶颈。那我是怎么样去帮他们解决的？也就是 I help them advance blah 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 their skills, career 等等。那这个部分呢，当然我都会放在讲义当中。So 如果你觉得刚刚讲的太快的话，你还是可以看到讲义的一些 example. So what about you, Nick?
So one more quick example. My name is Nick. I am a startup consultant. Many founders have amazing new ideas, but no plans on how to grow them into a business. I'm here to help them clarify and build strategies to make their ideas real companies.
Very nice. 非常的简短，大概只有3-4句而已哦。那 Nick 有讲到了 right? 很简单，他的名字，他的 title 是什么，然后呢，他有所看到的问题，他怎么样去帮助这些客户所去解决这个问题。So it's very easy, simple structure, and then 3到4句解决。Yeah.
Well, we hope that the next time that you need to do a quick self-introduction or you just need to remind people of who you are, you have a more concise way to build it. You can follow any of these 3 structures. My name, what I do best, or my name, what I do, and how I want this meeting or presentation to go. And finally, my name, what I do, and how I can contribute or how I like to contribute to help you.
那在这个单元结束之前，想提醒大家一下，我们为了要响应一些公司跟团体的要求，我们现在已经把3人同行的方案放出来了，释放出来，那也会把这个连结放在我们 show notes 下面。So go ahead and go check it out, and I'll see you guys in class.
We can't wait to see you guys in our next episode.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
The Executive Plus podcast is a Presentality Group production, produced and hosted by Sherry Fang and Nick Howard. You can search us on Facebook, 主管英文 Executive Plus. You can also find us on Instagram, Communication R&D, and email us at sherry@epstyleplus.com.